Now let's get it started. Let's get it started.
Play ball!
Cucurella scored the only goal for Chelsea. They won that game 1-0 against Leicester. That goal was scored in the second half. But the talking point was Palmer missing the first penalty for Chelsea as a Chelsea player when he missed that penalty in the 22nd minute. Everyone was thinking he's going to score, but he missed it. If you look at Palmer, he have not really scored or assisted in a couple of games now. Everybody's asking, is he out of form? Is this form? I don't know if it's the pressure that is affecting him, because since the Maresca came to the press conference to say that there is a whole lot of pressure on him for him to perform for Chelsea. Since then, he's been dropping form. He have not scored or assisted for a couple of games now, but this game they got this one new win. Now they are in top 4. City drops there and now in confusion that top 4. Okay, guys, if you look at that game, Chelsea won that game. First half was 0-0. Palmer missing a penalty was a surprise for everybody, because everyone was thinking this is Palmer with his slick styles is going to score a penalty, but he missed it. What do you make of this game generally?
It was a good game. Good game. Offensively, there was nothing to offer from Leicester side. They play like an academy. I feel like even the academy under 13, the reserves or under 13 of Arsenal team can play against Leicester City, the current Leicester City team, and get a draw. You get no disrespect to Rudanis Roy, no disrespect to the players.
You don't blame me, didn't buy anybody.
Not really. At least you could the way they say he can inspire the Man United team to play better. He could at least get that into the heads of the Leicester City players. Inspire them, even if you didn't get the players you wanted in. But perhaps get the players to play the football they want to play. Make them run around. It's not about getting the players you need. If the players you have cannot run and create chances for themselves, then what's the use of you coaching them?
Now, Chelsea now in the top 4. Let's talk about that Palmer's penalty miss. What do you make of it first?
See, first and foremost, I will not talk about the penalty miss. I'll talk about Palmer's performance, his performance all season. His performance off season has been off.
Come on, for the first 3 months.
This one about Badele na him be this one.
You have been waiting for this one. You have been waiting for this.
Nothing you want tell me. You have been waiting for this.
It's not about me. It's not about me waiting for Badele to Badele.
That's what it is.
I never said I wait to Badele Palmer. Before the season, I said it last season. How are we sure it's not a 1 season wonder? You were here. I was hampering on this point. How are you sure? How are we sure it's not a 1 season wonder? And look at when he picked the form last season. Towards the end of Pochettino's time. Towards the end of Chelsea's and the last 18 games of Chelsea, that was when they picked form. The whole Chelsea setup picked form during that period. Now this period, Maresca came in, everybody was firing on all cylinders. Jackson was scoring a hat-trick here or there, and everybody was like, Jackson has arrived. And I said the same thing will happen again. Strikers don't have score goal. If they impress you by scoring multiple goals first 3 weeks, just expect there to be a goal drought the rest of the season. And if you look at it, after a couple of games, you saw Palmer missing in action for let's count it 10 games in a row. I'm not going to talk about the penalty.
I disagree with you.
Everybody will say Palmer missed the penalty. That's the headline. But for the last 10 games, what has his performance been?
For the last 10 games, name me one person who has played better than Palmer in that side.
In the
Name
Chelsea
me
side,
one.
Cucurella
Name me one.
No, you say I should name you one.
You cannot name Cucurella performing far better than Palmer in that Chelsea
Enzo
side.
comes in off the bench and scores the goal. Caicedo is marshalling the midfield every day of every game.
Wow.
You ask me for a name. I've given you 3 names of players that have come into the side and done well. Enzo Fernandez.
What are their numbers?
Moses
Put
Caicedo.
them side by side. That's
Moses Caicedo.
Let's go by numbers. No, let's go by numbers.
If you put numbers might lie.
It's not about numbers lying. Numbers don't lie.
Even numbers will lie because
numbers do not lie. Because the data is imperative.
Let me take you to the last 10 games. I didn't say all season. I said the last 10 games. Palmer has created at least minimum of 6 chances per game. Enzo has created 5 chances per game. Now, mind you, Enzo is more defensive. Alongside Caicedo has created at least 4 chances per game on the average.
I disagree, man.
You get on the average. I'm not telling you this is the total stat. I'm telling you on the average.
On the average, they have not created more than 3 chances per game. You cannot say they've created 5.
Why Palmer has created at least 3 chances or 6 chances per game on the average? 6 chances per game. Now you go back. What's the chances going forward? You saw the last game. I think against Copenhagen. What was his numbers like? He started that game. What was his productivity like? John used let me use John's language. Productivity, end key, assists and goals for an attacking player. So the attacking player is chances created, assists made. And if you look at Palmer's numbers, assists made and chances created is 0.
I disagree.
Okay, John, if you look at this,
you can't say that without looking at the facts. And if you haven't looked at the facts, you can't come out here and make bold claims.
You asked for the numbers, and I gave you the numbers.
How be it bold? You can't come in and make those claims because those claims are false, and this is false. Secondly, I want to make a very striking statement with regards to Cole Palmer. You cannot talk about Cole Palmer's form in the last 10 games, and you tell me that there is, let me say, he's a poor performer over the last 10 games. That there are people who are performing far better than Palmer in the last 10 games. Bro, nobody in that team is out indexing Cole Palmer. Nobody in that team is over indexing Cole Palmer. Nobody in that team has a better goal scored this season than Cole Palmer. Nobody has scored more goals than Cole Palmer this season in that club. Go look at the numbers. And then secondly, you can't tell me that you expect this thing to happen when after Cole Palmer carrying the club for a certain period of time, they came out and say, yes, it's not only about Cole Palmer. The team should be involved. It shouldn't be only Cole Palmer. Let's move the ball to other people. Let's give other people a chance. And bro, step back. Bro, I am on a show. You know? Having stepped back, nobody to deliver. Bro has to come back and continue. Simple. If you it's not about past 15 games. If you feel that there is a better player in that side, bro, show now working. Not be by mouth. Now by working. How many assists does Enzo have? How many assists does Caicedo have? How many goals and numbers does Nkunku have? Even the Jackson we are talking about, what are his numbers?
I think the part of the problem now is for Chelsea, the whole team suddenly fell off. I think it's somehow. I know that sometimes if a team is playing well, it's always good for a single player to stand out. But the team fell off at some point last 10 games. They struggled to win. Even against Leicester, they struggled to win this game. But generally, do you think that now Chelsea are in the top 4? Now they have their destiny in their own hands.
All thanks to Nottingham Forest.
Yes, Nottingham Forest winning that game. But now for Maresca, what he's building, he's saying that he's not building to challenge. Obviously, they are not challenging league. That top 4 is not the question. The question that now is in their hands. Do you think that they can last 10 games, just 10 games more? Do you think that they can now win? Probably, I don't know how many games they need to win. Because if you look at the guys behind, the City is behind there, Aston Villa won, they are behind. Even Bournemouth drew today. But if you look at now Chelsea, do you think that Chelsea can finish in that top 4 position?
It's tough. I can't say for sure that Chelsea will finish, because if you look at the Bournemouth game, that was where I wanted to focus more on. They were leading and they had one of their goals scrapped out for offside. You get now, if Bournemouth could have gotten that win, there will be a big question mark on the Chelsea's win as well. You get, they might actually be above, maybe in the top 4 race. As you say, they are definitely there. It's not that they are not there; they are there. So it's a matter of who is going to over-index on their own end.
In last 10 games, John.
Last 10 games, who is going to over-index? Because if Fulham could get after winning their last match, if they can get 9 out of 10 games, you get Bournemouth get 9 out of 10, then Chelsea is getting 7 out of 10. There's a big question mark to them qualifying for the Champions League that next season.
John, that Champions League is the spot everybody's looking out for, because when Nottingham Forest won yesterday, they gave that gap actually increase. Probably they might last thing they might qualify for that top 4, but that last position Chelsea is occupying. And do you think that Maresca and Chelsea can finish that top 4 this season?
Like I would say, it's up there. It's yet to be decided. I've not seen consistent form from Chelsea to lead me to believe that they are going to win 9 out of their next 10 games. So we'll take it game by game.
Okay, we'll take it game by game. For Maresca, they won that game. Kukurea scoring that only goal in the second half to win that game. 1 goal to nil. There are a couple of chances there and there, but Chelsea as a team have not played well. Nkunku started from the left, Neto started as the striker. They were switching, but it's not working. Whether they switch Nkunku to the striker, to the left, they work. Say no, they work. I think they are missing Jackson. It's even crazy that they are missing Jackson.
Jackson is a bully. You get, his physical presence in the box is what terrifies strikers. Not that he is clinical. You get, but his physical presence in the box is what terrifies strikers.
How come the guy who is clinical is not over-indexing Jackson?
The guy who is there is being bullied.
How come he's not over-indexing Jackson? Because you've been saying that this guy has 70% conversion rate. Bro, how market?
He's slicky. He runs off the defenders. You get, and he's always dropping deep to help create the chances because he's not getting service. One thing you want to understand is, if the midfield is creating the chances and the striker up front is getting chance and the service, you look at the numbers of matches missed or numbers of big match chances missed, and if you look at the total in overall, Chelsea has missed the most big chances this season.
Okay, let's see.
For Nkunku starting, is a problem because they need somebody who can bully up defenders to let other people run into those
Nkoko
channels.
is a winger that drifts into the 18 and scores his goal. He doesn't need service. The fact that he's not doing that shows you that bro is not even in the right mind space to play for Chelsea right now.
Okay, let's see how Chelsea is going to finish this season. They won that game 1-0 against Leicester City. Leicester, they are relegation bound. If you look at where they are on the table, they are obviously going to drop down. Probably Vinicius can go back and probably build that team from scratch to probably try and enter the Premier League next season. But for Chelsea, they are in that contention for that top 4 against City, against everybody. I think the gap between them and top people at 9th position is about 10th position is about 5 points. So now it's going to be a very, very lovely battle come end of the season. But they have only 10 games to go. But for Maresca, they won this game 1-0.